School Swim and Dive Championship, sponsored by the BVM Foundation, dedicated to supporting the Catholic Charities Mother of Mercy Free Medical Clinic. We are very blessed to have with us today Staff Sergeant George Damaris from the Army Air Corps of World War II on deck. He was part of the troop transport, worked on gliders that landed in Normandy, served in the European theater in France after D-Day, and he will turn 100 years old on February 6th. Staff Sergeant George Damaris. How blessed are we? Okay, now we will hand it off to Seton Dive Captain Connor Kerr for the opening prayer. And please remain standing while Mary Catherine Hurley, a senior at Seton School, helps us honor our national colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets crackling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Lucy Herwick to the board, Emily Mills right behind her, and then Jane Judge. Judges in place. Divers, as soon as the diver ahead of you hits the water, you're on that fulcrum and mount the board.
Any thought?
Water is very
Judges
wet
ready.
there. Welcome to ESPN 8.
Lucy Herwick, our first diver, 201A, back dive, straight position, 1.7. Emily Mills, Jane Judge. Five, 5.5, 5.5, 4.5, 4, 5.5, 5.
So he's going left.
Over there.
Okay.
Emily Mills, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Jane Judge, Lily Lepore.
Yeah, no worries.
Four, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 4.5, 4.5. Jane Judge, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Lily, Mary Catherine Hurley.
Yeah, good to be here.
3.5, 4, 4, 4.5, 4, 4, 4. Lily Lepore, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Mary Catherine Hayden Hill. Six, 6.5, 7, 6.5, 6, 7, 6.5. Mary Catherine Hurley, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Hayden Scarlett McDade. Three and a half, 4, 4, 4, 3.5, 3.5. Amy Hill, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Scarlett and Russo.
So this is Ashley Keeproth. I coach Seton. I'm here today with Eric Wang.
Eric Wagner, yeah,
Wagner, okay.
from Bishop O'Connell.
It's like always.
Four and a half, 5, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 5, 5. Scarlett McDade, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Anna Sophie Bordelais.
So you'll see today we're starting off the meet with a lot of backward facing dives. So the back category is our voluntary category today.
Five and a half, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 4.5.
So there's always a required dive. And this week, everybody has to do something backwards as the required dive, or the voluntary.
Four and a half, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 4, 4.5. Sophie Bordelais, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Maeve Elizabeth Francis. Six, 7, 7, 7, 5.5, 6.5, 6.5. Maeve, McGuire, 201B, back dive, Pike, 1.6. Elizabeth Reagan Cervenak. Six and a half, 5.5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 6. Elizabeth Francis, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Reagan Claire K. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.5, 4, 4.5. Reagan Cervenak, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Claire Kelsa Boudlaw. Six, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 6, 6. Claire K, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Sarah Binsell.
I really like that Reagan actually sets that dive. Not a lot of them that are doing back dive straight actually add the set. So nice job teaching her that, Coach.
5, 5, 5.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 5.5. Kelsa Boudlaw, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Sarah Sandra K. Five and a half, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 6, 5. Sarah Binsale, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Sandra Maggie Levi.
So even though it's the same back category that we're seeing over and over again, there's a lot of different variations. So some kids are choosing to do a back dive, some a somersault, and then different positions.
Four and a half, 5, 4, 4, 4. Sandra. Judge 5 is 4.5. Judge 5, 4.5. Thank you, Mackenzie. Sandra K, 201C, back dive, tuck, 1.5. Maggie Cecilia Kelly.
A little wobble on that last one, which made it a little tricky to score.
So now you'll see that there's 7 judges here, and the way that it's scored is that the top 2 scores will be dropped and the bottom 2 scores will be dropped. They keep the 3 scores in the middle.
4, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 5.5, 5.5. Maggie Levi, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. Cecilia Allison Duffield.
Once the scores are dropped at the top of the remaining scores are multiplied by a predetermined degree of difficulty.
Yep. Every dive has its own assigned degree of difficulty, as you can imagine, based on how difficult that dive is.
Five and a half, 6, 7, 6.5, 6.5, 7, 6. Cecilia Kelly, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Allison Tegan Rashover.
I have to say, Eric, I've been really impressed overall with the dives this round. We've had a really solid first round of diving. I don't want to jinx us now, but...
Yeah, so far so good.
3.5, 4, 4.5, 4, 5, 3.5, 3.5. Allison Duffield, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Tegan Mariabella.
Beautiful dive. Just a little bit out.
Yeah.
6, 5.5, 6.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. Tegan Rashover, 201C, back dive tuck, 1.5. Maria Miller.
And I would have really loved to have seen more of a press out of that pike as opposed to kind of swinging out with her upper body. But she got it in nice and vertical, so keep some good sixes.
Four and a half, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4 and a half, 5. Mary Miller, 201C, back touch 1.5. Maria Catherine Ayers.
Of course, you don't want to be too close to the board when going into the water or too far away from the board. Both are deductions.
I liked it.
7, 6.5, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 6.5. Maria Miller, 202B, back somersault pike, 1.6. Catherine Ayers, Rosie Waldron.
Thought Mary's dive got up in the air really well. I would have liked to see a little flatter come out, but it was nice and vertical.
Three and a half, 3.5, 3.5, 4.5, 4, 4, 3. Catherine Ayers, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Rosie Leah Close.
Those feet first entries can be a little tough to stop sometimes, even though she had a really good beginning and a good strong push.
That's right. We often talk about how kind of an angle on the takeoff impacts your angle going in the water.
Pretty dive.
6 1/2, 6, 6, 6 1/2, 6 1/2, 6 1/2, 7. Rose Waldron, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Leah Megan Condon. Five and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5. Leah Close, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Megan Allie Reebok. Six and 1/2, 7, 7, 7. 6 and 1/2, 6, 7. Megan Condon, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Allie Isabel Smith.
That push and that set is what seems to allow the diver to control the dive a bit in the air.
Just a little short.
5 and 1/2,
Not up.
5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 6. 5 and 1/2. Allie Reebok, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Isabel Max Ashton.
So you have a really big team this year, Eric.
It's
It's the biggest team I've seen from O'Connell.
It's a very big group. Almost makes it difficult to figure out who's diving and what dives to do.
6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6, 6, 6 and 1/2, 6. Isabel Smith, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Max Daniel Sockpan.
I've been blessed with several new kids.
That knee save on the bottom there.
7 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 8, 7, 7. Max Ashton, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Daniel Kenny Wynn.
So she's a really good diver, but what I notice even more is that she really steps it up in the competition itself.
That's something that's sometimes hard to teach.
3, 4, 4, 3.5, 5, 3.5, 3.5. Daniel Sockband 201A back dive straight 1.7. Kenny Tom Waldron.
So Daniel's one of our new divers this year, and he just got his 11th dive. So
Nice.
we're excited to try to get qualified for states.
States eligible.
Three, 4, 3.5, 4, 3.5, 3, 4. Kenny Wynn 201A back dive straight 1.7. Tom John Witter.
You've always had not only a big program, but a strong program.
Well, thanks.
And I love that you start bringing the kids in 6th and 7th grade.
Two and 1/2, 2, 2 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 3, 2, 2. Tom Waldron 201A back dive straight 1.7. John Brady Perriton.
You know, way out here in the country, we don't have summer dive leagues, so the kids they're not experiencing diving younger.
3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 3. John Witter 201A back dive straight 1.7. Brady Gus Colehouse.
Even without the summer league, you seem to have created a lot of interest, which can be hard to do, especially among teenage boys.
Yeah.
4 and 1/2, 4, 5, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Brady Perriton 202A back somersault straight 1.7. Gus Jacob Oswald.
Yeah, I think it's helped us. For the first few years of the program, I had almost only boys, and I couldn't get girls to save my life. And now it's flip-flopped a little bit. Back flip straight, back one somersault straight. But I think
3 and 1/2, 3, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2. Gus Colehouse 202A back somersault
me it wasn't straight.
1.7. Jacob
I don't know whose
Kellen
diver that is. But that
Kalibas.
wasn't a straight position in my mind.
No, and I judged it maybe slightly less, a little more crimpy and a little less break of position.
Ooh.
Pretty dive.
Get up in the air a
6
little
and
more.
1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6. Jacob Oswald 202A back somersault straight 1.7. Captain Care.
That last backflip is definitely the position you want to see in terms of quick off the board, very straight in the air, and then clean into the water.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like he's always had a really good straight line. I'll take that too.
5, 6, 6, 5, 6, 5 and 1/2, 6. Kellen Kalibas 201B back dive Pike 1.6. Connor Ray Denton. Six and 1/2, 6, 7 and 1/2, 6,
The
6
knees.
and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2. Connor Care 201B back dive Pike 1.6. Ray Lucy Herwick.
Yeah, Kellen does so many good things in that dive. He gets incredible height. He's real clean through the water. Just gotta get those legs straight. And I'm sure you told him that
And
once
the
or
tricky
twice.
part is I have him stretch all the time, and he can completely touch his toes without the sort of the crimping of the knees. I think it becomes habit almost.
Five, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5. Ray Deck, 201B, back dive pike, 1.6. Lucy Emily Mills.
Now, where does Ray dive year round?
He dives with ADC, so
ADC.
Mark Van Dyken is his year-round coach.
Yeah, Ray. 7 1/2. 7, 8, 7, 6 1/2, 6, 6. Emily Mills.
Get the,
102C,
yeah, I'm seeing the
forward
needs.
somersault
Yeah, I'm
tuck,
seeing that too.
1.4. Jane Judge Lily Lepore. Lucy Herwick, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Emily Jane Judge.
So for me, I didn't see the sort of the crimpy part, but I do notice on Ray's toe point, it tends to be the toes pointed, but the feet not stretched.
Yeah.
3 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 3 1/2, 4, 3 1/2, 4. Emily Mills, 102C, forward somersault tuck, 1.4. Jane Lily Lepore. This is the beginning of round 2.
And maybe that's dependent on the dive, because I've seen him really stretch well with his feet on like 1.5 in some of those dives.
Three and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4, 5. Jane Judge, 202C, back somersault tuck, 5, 1.5. Lily, Mary Catherine Herbert.
So now that we're entering our second round, the divers can choose basically any dive they want with a few requirements of covering four out of 5 categories. But you'll see a lot of different variations starting this round.
This is when the kids put the dives in the order they like best.
3 and 1/2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. Lily Lepore, 101B, forward dive, pike, 1.3. Mary Catherine Hayden Hill.
The dive, former gymnast.
6, 6 and 1/2, 6, 6, 6, 5, 6 and 1/2.
So
Mary
she
Catherine Hurley, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Hayden Scarlett McDade.
So Lily just came back from an ankle injury and hasn't quite gotten her lineups back. She's closing a little in front of her ears, which makes her look like she's a little short at times.
I really like how she got her hips up off the board.
She's got great pop sort of with the lower half.
Nice, Mary
5,
Catherine.
5, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5. Hayden Hill, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Scarlett Anna Russo. Five, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4 and 1/2. Scarlett McDade, 5, 2, 2, 3, D. Back 1 somersault with 1 and 1/2 twists. Free, 2.3. Anna Russo, Sophie Bordway.
So a lot of the kids start their optional rounds with an easy dive. Scarlett here is choosing to do something completely different.
Was Scarlett a gymnast?
Scarlett is an ex-gymnast and current cheer team.
5, 5, 5, 5 and 1/2, 6, 5, 5. Anna Russo, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Sophie Maeve McGuire.
Beautiful twist. If she can learn to get that up in the air instead of falling back, that's 7s.
Yeah, she's got to keep it tall and press it into the ceiling, but she has that gymnastics and tumbling background, which is hugely helpful, particularly for the air awareness.
Yeah.
3 and 1/2, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3 and 1/2, 4. Sophie Bordelais, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Maeve Elizabeth Francis. 3 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Maid McGuire 101B, forward dive pike 1.3, Elizabeth Reagan Cervenak.
So each judge in that case has to determine the extent of the lack of correct position.
Yeah.
6, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, 6.
It's either a 6 or a
Elizabeth
5.
Francis 401C,
One or the
inward
other.
dive tuck 1.4, Reagan Claire K.
Nice.
5, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5.
I'll take that.
6, 4, 4 and 1/2. Reagan Cervenak 101B.
So I'm
forward
guessing,
dive pike,
did you guys see a
1.3.
twist? Okay, so I don't see that from my
Kelsey
angle.
Budlow.
So
But I know she does it, so that's why I was asking.
I
5
had
and
a,
1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Elizabeth Francis 401C, inward dive tuck 1.4. Claire
Should be on Claire K.
Claire K 202C, back somersault tuck 1.5. Kelsa Sarah Binson.
So Claire's great. So Claire's one of my 7th graders. And so she started diving last year in 6th grade. But
Love
she's
it.
going to be really great.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
really
excellent.
excited about her.
5, 6, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Kelsa Budlow 101B, forward dive pike 1.3. Sandra K.
and having him early allows you to work on fundamentals, which are hard to do once the season begins.
Yeah.
Five, 3, 4, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4. Sarah Bitzer, 101B, forward dive pike 1.3. Sandra Maggie Levi.
I found that was one of the hardest things about my first year of coaching is that I had a group of kids that had never done a front dive tuck before, and now we got to learn 11 dives in 3 months.
That's impressive.
5 and 1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Sandra K 202C, back somersault tuck 1.5. Maggie Cecilia Kelly.
Well, I'm sure you know, but being able to kind of drill those basics and spend time on the basics without having to worry about just learning dives all the time, I think it's going to produce an overall better diver. It's just going to take a little longer to get there.
Hugely important. Unfortunately, the kids run out of patience sometimes
Yeah.
because they want to do, they want to do real dives in their mind.
Yeah. Especially the boys.
3 and 1/2, 5, 3 and 1/2, 5, 4, 4 and 1/2. Maggie Levi, 101C, forward dive tuck 1.2. Cecilia Allison Duffield.
But those fundamentals are absolutely critical to becoming a better diver and learning new dives,
Yeah.
especially harder dives.
Five, 5.5, 4.5, 5. Cecilia Kelly, 202C, back somersault.
Clearly a 5.
Clearly a 5.
Cecilia Kelly, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Allison Tegan Rauschaba.
But that,
She's got a great top and typically a good finish, but a little over the end,
yeah.
trying to stretch further at the finish than she stretches past vertical.
Man, that was so nice. That was actually one of her better ones, and then we finished with the arms up.
3, 3 and 1/2, 3, 3, 4, 3 and 1/2, 4. Allison Duffield, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Tegan Mary Abella.
So when we're judging the whole dive. So there can be dives with great starts, great height, and then they miss the bottom. It's not all about just a vertical entry.
7, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 6, 6, 6 and 1/2. Tegan Rauschenbach, 301T,
I don't know.
reverse dive, tuck, 1.6, Mary Marie Miller.
So all the dives have a dive number as well as a description, and a lot of the kids aren't necessarily sure about the dive number, so they wait to hear the description to make sure they're doing the right dive, which is what she did here.
5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Mary Abella, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Maria Catherine Ayers.
Yeah, she left that short, but I really like the come out. She has a really solid come out of that dive. She stops the tuck correctly.
4, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5. Maria Miller, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Catherine Rose Waldron.
So that previous dive was a backflip layout, a little bit of wobble at the end, which is why I think she got 4.5s and 5s instead of maybe 5.5s and 6s.
I think that's right. It also noticed, and often you can't see this, but I could see that she was jumping toward the judges. She was way off to the side of the board, which probably contributed to that wobble.
5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Catherine Ayers, 103B, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault, pike, 1.7.
Yeah, it was just too far out for me to give it more than a 5.5. It was a nice dive.
I love the beginning. That's why I gave it to her. She just needs to stretch for the finish.
6, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 5. Rose Waldron, 301B, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Leah Megan Condon.
So that last dive scores better if she's just a little more patient on that, so she can let that board help push her higher in the air.
That's exactly
Hard
right.
to do in a meet because of the nerves. Ooh.
5, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5, 6, 6, 4 and 1/2. Leah Close, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Megan Allie Reebok.
Yeah, that last one was just a little bit too far away from the board. So we've been focusing on kind of the balance of that takeoff.
6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 6 and 1/2, 6, 6 and 1/2. Megan Condon, 301B, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Allie Isabel Smith.
I liked that last dive, but it's got to get up in the air. She's just so quick.
She's got tight form, and she's a former gymnast, but yeah, sometimes that's a problem with the gymnast, like staying on that board, using the board instead of trying to hit a punch front.
5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 4 and 1/2, 5, 6, 5. Megan, Allie Reback, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Isabel Max Ashton. Four and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5, 5, 3 and 1/2. Isabel Smith, 301 PE, reverse dive pike, 1.7. Max Daniel Sockband. Five, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4. Round 2 for the boys, Max Ashton, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Daniel Kenneth Wynn.
Oh, Max is another one of my 7th graders.
5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Daniel Suckband, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Kenny Tom Waldron.
And do the 6th and 7th graders and 8th graders have as many opportunities at diving meets? 'Cause
No.
I love that this is an opportunity.
So this year, in years past, we let some of the junior divers dive regardless of the number of dives that they have. This year we cut it off that you have to meet the meet requirement.
Three and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4. Kenny Wynn, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. John Witter.
So if they have a 6 dive that's compliant with the meet requirements, so they have the voluntary and then they can meet the other requirements, they're allowed to dive regardless of age. But I'd say about half my team is not here because again we're focused on those fundamentals and not learning a whole lot of dives.
3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. Tom Wolf,
So hit
Judge
with
7, 2.5. Tom Waldron, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. John Brady Parrington.
So interestingly too, some judges judge those twists and the inadvertent wobbles a little harsher than others.
Yeah.
Four and 1/2, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4. John Witter, 202, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Brady Gus Colehouse.
So that's the dive I love, where every score is not identical, but it's basically
Yeah, we're in the
because
same
half
range.
a point on both sides, and so you feel like we kind of got that one correct.
Well, that stood up very straight. That's a great jump.
4 and 1/2, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4 and 1/2. Brady Parrington, 102C, forward somersault tuck, 1.4. Gus Jacob Oswald. Four and 1/2, 4, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2. Gus Colehouse, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Jacob Kellen Kalibas.
So Gus here just came back from an ankle injury. In fact, I'm surprised his ankle's not taped right now. Normally it's taped. I guess he pulled it off, but so he's been diving back he's been to 3 practices this season.
And he did really well last week after the one practice, I think, right?
He did, yeah. He was at National Catholic. Get your feet
4
together.
and 1/2. No, start again. 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4. Jacob Oswald, 5, 2, 3, 1D. Back, 1 and 1/2 somersault, half twist. Free position 2.1. Kellen Connor Care.
dive you don't see
5
nearly
and
as
1
much.
half, 5, 4 and 1 half, 5 and 1 half, 4, 4, 4. Beginning the top 3 seats for the boys. Round
So what are
2,
y'all seeing at that end?
Davis, 105C. Forward 2 and 1 half somersault tuck. 2.4. Connor.
Yeah, you got to get up in the
Ray
air.
Denton.
That was a good dive off of that hurdle.
Four, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4. Connor Kerr, 104B, forward double somersault pike, 2.3. Ray, Lucy Herwin.
And he hasn't done that dive tuck in a while, so all of a sudden he's moving it back, and I think he gets a little cautious.
Oh, I'll take that.
7, 6 and 1 half, 8, 6 and 1 half, 6 and 1 half. Ray Denton, 5, 1, 3, 2D. Forward 1 and 1 half somersault, 1 full twist, free, 2.2. Lucy Emily Mill.
That one's a tough dive too because that feet first is hard to really grip.
7, 6 and 1 half, 6 and 1 half, 6 and 1 half, 6, 6, 6 and 1 half. Beginning round 3. Lucy Herwick.
Also,
401C inward dive tuck, 1.4.
when he gets to the end of the board in the hurdle, it's obviously allows you to use
Emily Mills, Jane
it all
Judge.
around.
Yeah, we'll declare a balk. All right, a balk has been declared. So go ahead and score it in your mind, and we'll go ahead and deduct 2 points on our scores, and then they'll record what we write down. So if I think in my head I would have given that a 4.5, I'm gonna take off 2 and score it. So we take off the 2.
Deduct 2.
With the 2-point deduction, 2, 2.5, 2, 2, 2, 2.5, 1.5. Emily Mills, 103C, forward 1 and 1 half somersault tuck, 1.6. Jane Lily Laporte.
It's just easier for the scoring table.
Two, 3, 3.5, 2.5, 3.5, 3, 2.5. Jane Judge, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Lily Mary Catherine Hurley.
Is her last name Judge?
Her last name is Judge.
Because I keep hearing him say Judge, and I think he's going to give us a directive as judges, and I realize he's not.
No.
Divers, please get the fulcrum adjusted as soon as the person before you hits the water. 5 and 1 half, 5, 4 and 1 half, 5, 5, 4, 5. Lily Laporte, 103C, forward 1 and 1 half somersault tuck, 1.6. Mary Catherine Hayden Hill.
Also a former gymnast.
Goes up really nicely.
6, 6 and 1 half, 6, 6 and 1 half, 6 and 1 half,
That's what I've
6,
seen you do.
7. Mary Catherine, 5, 2, 2, 1D, back somersault, half twist, free position 1.7. Hayden Scarlett McDade.
Yeah, that got up in the air really nicely.
So coming back from the injury, she hasn't done as many good hurdles all the way to the end of the board. When you do it that way, obviously much higher.
Yeah.
A lot more time to finish.
3, 2.5,
Just didn't quite get
2.5,
the twist.
2.5, 2, 2.5, 2.5. Hayden Hill, 102C, forward somersault, tuck, 1.4. Scarlett, Anna Russo.
I think we nailed that score, by the way. Definitely a 2.5.
5, 4.5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 4.5. Scarlett McDade, 101B, forward dive pike, 1.3. Anna Sophie Bordelais.
Oh. Is she a gymnast too?
The start
Yeah, the start gives it
indicates a
away.
gymnast for sure.
6.5, 6, 5.5, 6, 5, 5.5, 7. Anna Russo, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Sophie May McGuire.
Yeah, the gymnasts always start like they're about to do like a trick. Gymnastics, what the next trick is.
Yeah.
I was a gymnast before I was a diver, and it's hard to make the transition to sort of become a pure diver.
Yeah.
5, 5, 4.5, 3.5, 3.5, 4.5, 4. Sophie Bordelais, 401B, inward dive.
A little
pike,
twisted.
1.5.
I didn't see
Maeve
that from my
Elizabeth
angle, but I
Francis.
know that she does that on occasion.
Yeah, a little wobble on that from where I sat, which is I think good why we have 7 judges.
Yeah.
Be able to adequately see everything that happened.
Five and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 6. May McGuire, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Elizabeth Reagan Servanek.
So
A lot of these divers would also benefit from a 3-meter diving board so they can practice those lineups, those
I
finishes,
know.
because that was a perfect example of the opportunity to really nail the bottom and get a great score.
what?
She had her hands up and then down and then up again.
I didn't think that was a bob.
4 and 1/2,
Yeah.
4 and 1/2, 5,
Yeah.
4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5. Elizabeth Francis, 103C, forward, 1 and
Yeah.
1/2, somersault tuck, 1.6.
But didn't seem like
Reagan Claire K.
She didn't stop rocking the way that Lucy had earlier. She stopped and started again.
Four and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2. Reagan Servanek, 103C, forward, 1 and 1/2, somersault tuck, 1.6. Claire Kelsa Budlaw. Five, 5, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5. Claire K, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Kelsa Sarah Binson.
Close.
Four and 1/2, 4, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4. Kelsa Budlaw, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Sarah Sandra K.
So I saw a little twist there on the end, which is actually not something she normally does.
Those little wobbles are a little tricky, right? Because it's
Yeah.
not, it's just tough to see.
1 and 1/2, 1 and 1/2, 1 and 1/2, 2, 2, 2 and 1/2, 1. Sarah Binser, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Sandra Maggie Levi. Four and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4. Sandra K, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Maggie Cecilia Kelly. Three and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3, 3. Maggie Levi, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Cecilia Allison Duffield.
I always tell the kids that the board's not allowed to bounce up higher than they did.
That's a tough one.
Use the board.
If you're a novice, and it's hard to be patient on that one.
Six, 5 and 1/2, 5, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5, 6. Cecilia Kelly, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Allison Tegan Russell.
So are these new boards?
They are not new boards. These are old boards.
My kids look like they're either a little tired this morning or they're being a little less aggressive. The board's a little stiff for them, it looks like.
Yeah.
4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 3 and 1/2, 4. Allison Duffield, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Tegan Mary Abella.
So that last was where a couple of us, I think, saw just that little wobble right at the end.
Ah. You know, it's funny. That's why I always tell my kids to adjust the fulcrum a little bit in the warm-ups because the fulcrum might be a half a number
Sure.
different on a particular board than what we're used to.
Absolutely.
5, 4, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5. Tegan Rauschenbach, 103B, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Mary Maria Miller. Five, 5 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5. Mary Abella, 5221D, back somersault half twist, free position 1.7. Maria Catherine Ayers.
A little wobble on that one as well that some of us, I don't think, caught. A couple of us at the other end of the panel saw it.
Five and 1/2.
I got the shoulder.
4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 6. Maria Miller with 3B, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Catherine Rose Waldron.
So I've been working with my kids really to square like as kind of up in the air and as high as I can to keep that twist from kind of really stop the twist because a lot of those little wobbles right at the end, especially if you square low.
5, 4 and
too
1/2,
far out.
4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5. Catherine Ayers, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Rose Leah Close. Five and 1/2, 5, 6, 5, 4 and 1/2. Rosie Waldron, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Leah Megan Condon.
That's my diver who's kind of the most quiet and almost timid person, but then she does a really good job being aggressive on the board.
Yeah. Started nicely.
4 1/2, 4, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 4, 4. Leah
Started
Close,
really well.
401B, inward pike, 1.5. Megan Allie Reebok. Six and 1/2, 5 and 1/2,
Oh, Mom.
5 and 1/2,
Okay.
7, 6, 6, 6. Megan Condon, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Allie Isabel Smith.
So I like that one on her. She tends to be a little stuck, and because it was quicker, I gave her the benefit of the doubt on that one, which is why I think I was high at 7.
Yeah. It's interesting. You sometimes judge your own
4,
kids like that. Sorry.
4, 3, 4, 3 and 1/2, 4, 3. Allie Reback, 203C, back 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.0. Isabel Max.
And having a history with them, seeing it done a certain way, and then having it done either worse or better in the meet
Yeah.
tends to affect the score a little bit.
5, 5, 5, 5, 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 4 1/2. Isabel Smith, 103B, forward 1 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7.
I feel the same way.
Max Daniel Suckman. Seven, 6, 6, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Beginning round 3 for the boys. Max Ashton, 103C, forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Daniel Kenny Wynn. Four, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4. Daniel Tuckman, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Kenny Tom Waldron.
The previous is one of yours, right? And he's like 8th grade or 7th grade?
He's a 7th grader, Max. Yeah.
Four and a half, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 4 1/2.
Oh, so close. So close.
Kenny Wynn, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Tom Witter.
He's one of your guys too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so
How old is he?
he's a 10th grader,
Okay.
and he just started this year.
3 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 4, 3 1/2, 3 1/2, 3 1/2. Tom Waldron, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. John Brady Perriton.
A lot of inwards in this round.
Yep. That's because I filled out their dive sheets and I put them in the order I would have wanted to go in. There we go.
Yeah. Good solid kick.
4,
Yeah.
Important on that.
5, 4 1/2, 5, 5, 4 1/2, 3 1/2. John Witter, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Brady Gus Colehouse.
Also one of yours now.
Also one of mine. He's also a 7th grader, so this is
Wow.
his first year diving.
Tall 7th grader, huh?
Yeah. And he's one he spins really fast. But we're working on lineups.
Looks like he could be a gymnast.
Yeah.
Strong.
4 and 1/2. 4, 4 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2. Brady Perriton, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6.
So, yeah.
Gus Jacob Oswald.
Is this one of yours?
No.
Oh,
PVI.
okay. Okay.
Three and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 4, 4 and 1/2. 4. Gus Colehouse, 103B, forward 1 and 1/2, somersault pike, 1.7.
I wasn't entirely sure that last kid did a full 3-step hurdle.
I wasn't paying attention, so I'll watch that next time.
Yeah, a little tough on that one.
I was right there with you.
Six. 5 and 1/2. 6, 6. 5 and 1/2. 5. Jacob Oswald, 403B, inward 1 and 1/2, somersault tuck, 2.2. Kellen Connor Kerr.
Can you repeat the dive?
Inward 1 and 1/2, somersault tuck.
He thought he heard a different position.
Yeah.
Position he does not do. So he's smart to check.
Snuck it in?
Yeah, he did. He got that vertical there at the end.
5.
It's a great dive. We just got
4 and
to.
1/2. 4 and 1/2. 5. Top 3 seeds for the boys, round 3. Kellen Kalivas, 5, 1, 3,
That happens.
2D.
Use the
Forward,
chamois
1,
to dry
1/2,
off.
Somersault, 1
Dry off.
twist, 2.2. Connor Ray Decker.
In a weird way, that is more impressive.
So Jacob told me he completely missed grabbing one of his 2 legs.
Doesn't necessarily mean the scores.
Which happens sometimes.
5 and 1/2. 6. 5 and 1/2. 6. 5 and 1/2. 5. Connor Kerr, 105C, forward 2 and 1/2 somersaults, tuck, 2.4. Ray Lucy.
Hurdles at the end, it's so much better.
All right. I'll take
He did a
that.
great job with that one because it looked like he was back.
5 and 1/2. 6. 5 and 1/2. 5, 6, 6. Ray Denton, 303C, reverse 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.1. Lucy Herwick, Emily Mills.
Yeah,
He did a great job with that hurdle because I thought that hurdle was going to be
It was.
make it really tough to finish the dive.
Yeah.
Five and 1/2, 6 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 and 1/2, 6. Beginning round 4, Lucy Herwick, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Emily Jane Judge.
A little wobble on the end of that last one, which prevented a 7.
Girl.
5, 4, 4, 5 and 1/2. Emily Mills, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. James Lily Lepore.
Yeah, the hurdle makes or breaks so much of the dive.
Big time.
It's the hardest thing to master. I don't love how she takes off.
The head
4.
Going first is scary.
Half, 4.5. 4, 4.5, 4, 4.5. A judge 101C, forward dive tuck 1.2. Lily, Mary Catherine Hurley.
It's harder on that, but that made me flinch.
Yeah, that-
How she threw her head back on the
The
table.
head early makes that very scary.
4, 4, 4, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 4. Lily Lepore, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Mary Catherine Hayden Hill. Seven, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 6, 5 1/2, 5, 6. Mary Catherine Hurley, 401C, inward dive tuck,
Yeah.
1.4.
Yeah.
Scarlett McDade.
And I was telling Ashley, she's been injured, so she hasn't been doing many lineups. And so the lineups tend to be a little in front. And the hands are just in front of the face on this lineup.
4, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 3 1/2, 4, 3 1/2, 3 1/2. Hayden Hill.
A little more
5,
hips
1,
up on the
2, 1,
takeoff. They
forward
look a little
somersault,
short.
half twist, free position 1.7. Scarlett Anarusa. Three and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 4, 4. Scarlett McDade, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Anna Sophie Bordelais. Six, 5 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 4 1/2, 5, 6. Anna Russo, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Sophie Maeve McGuire.
How many total divers are there? 38? Or 42 maybe?
42.
Okay.
Four, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3, 4, 3 and 1/2, 3. Sophie Bordelais, 103B, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault pike, 1.7. Maeve Elizabeth Francis.
And then how many of them are girls versus boys?
Most of them are girl. I want to say there's like
Kinda
30
2/3.
boys and 11 boys.
You said 30 girls,
5
11
and
boys?
1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 6, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Maeve McGuire, 5, 1, 2, 1D, forward 1 somersault, half twist, free position 1.7. Elizabeth Reagan Cervenak.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. What were you
So
asking?
30 girls, you said, and 11 boys?
Something like that.
Three, 3, 3 and a half, 2 and a half, 3, 3 and a half. Elizabeth Francis, 5121D, forward 1 somersault, half twist, free position 1.7. Reagan Claire K.
Is it a full twist or half twist?
Full twist.
Okay.
I believe. She does both. I don't know which one. What's that? What is that? What they called? Oh. What was the dive?
Forward somersault, half twist,
Okay.
no score.
Yeah.
Reagan Cervenak, 401B, inward dive pike 1.5. Claire Kelsabudlo.
Yeah, I thought I'd heard them announce a twisting dive. I just wasn't sure. That's got to be a little frustrating for her.
Yeah.
Five, 4.5, 4.5, 6, 5, 5, 5. Claire K, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Kelsa Sarah Benson.
So we're still working through making her hurdle a little less clunky, but she gets so much higher than she used to.
That's pretty.
We're trying to get to the end of the board too.
Yeah. That's the key.
4.5, 4.5, 4, 5, 4.5, 4, 4. Kelsa Budlaw, 201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Sandra K.
See, I really liked how she finished that. Fundamentally, I get to the end of the board, but
Yeah,
that clean finish,
yeah.
I'm a little bit of a sucker for a really nice clean finish, I guess.
Yeah, we've been working on that a lot too.
Three, 3.5, 3.5, 3, 4, 4.5, 3.5. Sarah Benson, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Sandra Maggie Levi.
So this is one where she's got to really get those arms through and be aggressive, reaching to the top to kind of turn this over.
What's she doing?
Reverse dive.
Okay.
And she's so strong, she's just got to kind of unleash the strength a little bit, just kind of relax and go after it instead of looking like she's holding back a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's a nice dive, but it does look like she's holding back a little bit.
5, 5.5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Sorry, guys. At least I was high.
Sandra K.
It's always somebody.
101B,
Yeah.
forward dive pike.
But it's nice and vertical,
1.3.
though. Like, I could have had a higher
Maggie
jump, but it was
Kelly.
nice and vertical. And
She does a good job finding the end, but I was just telling Ashley she needs to be a little more, kind of let loose the strength because she's strong. Just tight.
5.5, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4.5. Maggie Levi, 301C,
That-
reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Cecilia Allison Duffy.
that, to me, just, she needs to be up like 3 or 4 feet higher in the
Yeah.
air. I need to see her get up off the board.
Yeah, pretty, just a little low, right?
Yeah. Pretty dives.
6.5, 6, 6.5, 6, 6, 6. Cecilia Kelly, 101C, reverse dive tuck, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Forward dive. Allison Tegan Rauschelbach.
She does a really nice job on her takeoffs. I'm trying to get her to kind of look through the finish just a little bit because I think she thinks she's at vertical. She's like it just short of vertical
Yeah.
sometimes.
Four and 1/2, 4, 4, 3.5, 4.5, 3.5, 4. Allison Duffield, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Tegan Mary Abella.
So Cecilia that just went is another one that could really benefit from lineups on 3 meter.
Five, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Tegan Rashabah, 5-1-2-2-D, forward 1 somersault, 1 twist. Free position 1.9. Mary Maria.
So two questions. One, are there issues with the lights sometimes?
No, I've never had that before. I don't know what happened.
Luckily it didn't distract her. And then the second question is about lineups.
4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. Mary Abella, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Maria Catherine A.
And that's where do you guys do them?
We
One-
don't do
1 meter
That's
lineups
the
are
problem.
I don't find 1 meter lineups very helpful.
No,
right?
no, they're not.
5, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 5, 4, 5. Maria Miller, 104C, forward double somersault, tuck 2.2.
That's mine.
Catherine Rose Waldron.
Former gymnast.
No. No, I have 0 former gymnasts. I'll take that. Keep stretching through the bottom, but I'll take that. You kicked at the right time.
4, 4, 4.
Oh, are we gonna? Oh.
4.5, 4, 3.5. Catherine Ayers, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Rosie Leah Close.
She didn't necessarily look like a gymnast physically, but I like she's aggressive like a gymnast,
Yeah.
which I've noticed so far, which
Yeah.
is I love. Go over instead of go short, right?
Yeah.
Six, 5.5, 5.5. 6, 6, 5, 5.5. Rosie Waldron, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Leah Megan Condon. Four, 4, 4, 4.5, 5, 3.5, 4. Leah Close, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Megan Allie Reback. Six, 6, 5, 6.5, 5.5, 5.5, 6. Megan Condon, 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Allie Isabel Smith.
Full twist, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Four, 5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4. Allie Reback, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Isabel Max Ashton.
Really nice jump up.
7, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.5, 6. Isabel Smith, forward.
Little wonky on the lineup.
1 and 1 somersault tuck,
Yeah, a little kind of
2.2.
wobbly and in
Max
front.
Daniel Sockman.
Yeah.
Simple's better, right? To
Yeah.
the side, straight to the ears.
Yep. Yeah, so on that last dive, the movement of bringing her arms in front of her and then swinging them back to her ears. Oh, that was nice.
Six, 5.5, 6.
Haha, not.
Round 4 for the boys, Max Ashton, 5.121D, forward 1 somersault, half.
I thought it was
twist,
nice.
1.7. Daniel Kenny Wynn.
Some people, I tell you. That was meant to be 1 full twist, right?
That was meant to, can you repeat the dive? I think it was meant to be a half twist.
Half twist. Forward
No-
somersault,
no
half
score.
twist, no
Sorry.
score.
Yeah.
Daniel Sockband, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Kenny Tom Waldron.
So that's got to be frustrating for him, but in a way, it was being aggressive, and he did extra twists, and so I feel like not every failed dive is identical.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And then
4 and 1/2, 5, 5, 5 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4. Kenny, 101C, forward
Yeah.
dive tuck, 1.2. Tom John Witter.
If he can be consistent, I think that's actually, that was a legit full twist. and
Yeah,
full flip, right?
and I think that's what we will.
Forward,
He does both.
forward dive tuck.
He does both, but he hasn't been at practice, so I selected the easier of the dives. So since I didn't see it in the last week or two. Oh, well.
3 and 1/2. 4, 3 and 1/2. 2 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. Tom Waldron, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2, somersault tuck, 1.6. John Brady Parrott.
Clearly, I just put the wrong twister on the dive sheet, and I'll know better next time. Got up in the air at least.
4 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2. 5, 4. 4 and 1/2. 4. John Witter, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Brady Gus Colehouse.
This is your tall 7th grader, right?
My tall 7th grader. Oh, and normally he does that dive really well. In fact, he can do it. I mean, he could throw in 1.5.
3 and 1/2. 4, 3 and 1/2. 4, 4 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 3. Brady Parrotin, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Gus Jacob Oswald.
I feel like I'm a broken record sometimes with those dives, because everything's about getting those arms through and throwing from the top, and if you don't, you're really in trouble.
Yeah.
3 and 1/2. 4, 3 and 1/2. 3, 3 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. 3 and 1/2. Gus Colehouse, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2.
Right.
Jacob Kellen Kalibis.
I love this dive. This is one of those muscle memory dives where you can't rely on your visual cues very well. You just have to kick when it's time.
Right, timing and strong kick, right?
5,
Oh.
5, 5, 5, 5.5, 5, 5.
That's all right. That's all right.
Jacob Oswald, 103C,
But-
forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Kellen Connor Care. Five, 5 and 1/2. 5, 5 and 1/2. 5, 5 and 1/2. 5. And the top 3 seeds for the boys, beginning with Kellen Kalibis. 303C, reverse 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.1. Connor.
So
Ray
hugely important for him to get tall and right to the end of the board in this, because otherwise he's going to sling it out and it's going to be hard to stop.
All right.
Which he did a little anyway,
Bit of a
but
twist on that too.
3 and 1/2. 4, 3 and 1/2. 4 and 1/2. 3, 3, 4. Connor Care, reverse dive, pike, 1.7. Ray, Lucy Berwick.
Man,
so unfortunately, better hurdle, but
still
slow with the arms and big chest swing. He does a great job with a rough hurdle on that one.
I thought that was a
7,
great dive for the
7,
hurdle he had.
7, 6.5, 6.5, 6, 5.5. Ray Denton, forward 2.5, somersaults, tuck, 2.4. Lucy Emily Mills.
I've always noticed that Connor, though, does a good job of finishing dives even without great hurdles. Yeah.
6 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 7, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, Beginning round 5, Lucy Herwick, 102C, forward somersault tuck, 1.4. Emily Jane Judge.
Yeah, you know.
It's a pretty dive right there.
Indeed.
Not a
5,
difficult dive, but
4 and
clean.
1/2,
Right in between
4,
them.
5, 4 and 1/2, 5. Emily Mills,
Right in between
401C,
4 and a half
inward
and a
dive
5.
tuck, 1.4. Jane Lily Laporte.
What? Start of round 5.
I think
We're doing all right on time.
4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. J Judge, 103C, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Lily Mary Catherine Herder.
See that?
Jane needs to be patient with the board and let it get up in the air. We'll sometimes cut it off.
3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 3, 3 and 1/2, 3, 2 and 1/2. Lily Laporte, 202A, back somersault straight, 1.7. Mary Catherine Hayden Hill.
And for her, she looked like her hurdle's pretty solid. Just a matter of finding that finish with the head up.
Yeah. Yeah. We talk about having the head down on the start means it's going to be probably down on the
5 and
finish.
1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2. Mary Catherine Hurley, 101C, forward dive tuck, 1.2. Hayden Scarlett McDade. Three and 1/2, 4, 2 and 1/2, 3, 4.
It's just too far away. It's a very pretty dive. It's just too far away.
A, back dive straight, 1.7. Scarlett McDade, Anna Russo. Three, 3 and 1/2, 3, 3, 4, 3. Scarlett McDade, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Anna Sophie Bordelais.
So I'm always teaching super quick right there.
Yeah.
So the hands get up nice and high quickly. Makes the throw easy.
5 and 1/2, 5, 5, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6. Anna Russo, 302C, reverse
Just so
somersault tuck,
quick off the board.
1.6. Sophie
Real quick, yeah.
Maeve McGuire.
Oh, that started so nicely.
3 and 1/2, 4, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. Sophie Bordelais, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Maeve Elizabeth Francis.
Also tricky because by the time you see that it's a great start, you're kind of past where you got to kick. You had a little bit of blind on the finish.
Yeah. So this can be hard because she's rocking, but she's not oscillating
Really
aggressively,
right?
which may be a change since last weekend, but so kind of whether the judges will take off points for over oscillation.
so tricky because, yeah, she's not really oscillating, but she's clearly getting a little long and waiting.
Yeah.
A dive she clearly is a little bit nervous about. Inward dive, maybe? Inward flip?
Inward 1/2 is
Okay.
probably.
Okay. Good dive, actually.
Yeah, not a bad dive.
4, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4, 4. Babe McGuire,
I'd
301
probably give it
B,
5,
reverse
5.5
dive,
if she
1.7.
didn't
Elizabeth, Reagan,
rock for
Sarah.
so long.
Totally, because she really wasn't that short or anything.
No.
Just a
And she
solid
got-
dive.
It's a good dive. She got it up in the air pretty well.
Four, 4, 4, 4.5, 5, 4.5, 4. Elizabeth Francis, 5, 1, 2, 2, D. Forward 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Reagan, Claire K.
So the last one she was supposed to do was a half twist.
This is a full twist.
This is the full twist.
That is a full twist. I don't. What do you? I
it was
would.
legal.
I thought it was legal, but
was legal, yeah.
barely.
Two, 1 and 1/2, 1.
Haven't she made
two,
about
1, 2, 1 and 1/2. Reagan, 301C, reverse dive, tuck 1.6. Claire, Kelsa Boudreaux.
That's out of character for her. She usually does that dive really well.
And
If
to be legal, she's got to be, what, 3/4 of a twist, right?
Yeah.
So she was, probably 7/8 of a twist.
3, 3, 2.5, 3, 3, 3.5, 3. Claire K, 302C, reverse somersault, tuck 1.6. Kelsa, Sarah Binzel.
That dive was the result of her not really practicing it very much, quite frankly. It's just, she's kind of, I think, in the all-done phase of diving.
Ooh, nice. That was a nice dive.
6, 5.5, 5.5, 6, 5.5, 5. Kelsa Boudreaux, 5221D, back somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Sarah, Sandra K.
Yeah, I'm really excited what Claire's going to do next year. So the other day at practice, Claire came up to me and asked to learn front double.
Love it.
I love it.
Love it, love it. Yeah, when they want to learn new stuff,
4.5,
it's
5, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 5, 4. Sarah Binsale, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Sandra,
Yeah.
Maggie Levi.
Yeah, sometimes you're dragging the kids along to learn those new dives. And
when they ask you, you know they're mentally ready to do it.
yeah. Oh, and she got up and did 3 of them.
That's what I like about this girl here, Sarah. She wants to learn dive. She's always telling me, I want to do more doubles.
Yeah,
We just got to get her consistent.
yeah.
She good? She looks a little... She okay?
I don't know.
She looks like she's a little confused maybe at the beginning.
May not have.
402C, inward somersault tuck.
Inward flip tuck. I'm guessing she thought she was doing inward dive.
Four, 4.5, 4, 5, 4.5, 5, 4.5. Sandra K, 103C, forward 1 and 1.5 somersault tuck.
Sorry that my
1.6.
cards are.
Maggie Cecilia Kelly.
I don't think she thinks it's at that point. This is real speed.
Four and a half, 4, 4, 4.5, 4, 4, 4. Maggie Levi, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Cecilia Allison Duffield.
Now, are you taking a team this big to states? You have a lot of really solid divers. Are they all 11 divers or?
TBD.
4, 5, 4.5, 5.5, 5, 5, 4.5. Cecilia Kelly, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6. Allison Tegan Rauschenbach.
So you know the standards changed, and so we're trying to make sure we get enough meet with basically doing 2 different dives.
103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck.
Really 2 different lists, and of course everybody needing to do a reverse dive is the key.
Yeah.
Three, 2.5, 2, 2.5, 2, 2.5, 2. Allison Duffield, 103C, forward 1.5 somersault tuck, 1.6.
How about you guys? Oop.
Mary Abella.
We have 2 11 dive meets coming up, so that's my easy way to get the kids qualified.
Do they need more divers?
5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 6 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 6. Tegan Rauschenbach, 5, 1, 3, 2 deep, forward 1 and 1/2 somersault,
do you guys-
1 full twist, free,
Again.
2.2. Maria Miller.
Again, sucker for her entry. A nice clean finish.
It was nice.
But we'd love to do another dive meet.
Four, 3, 3, 3 and 1/2, 4, 3 and 1/2, 3. Mary Abella, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Maria Catherine Ayers. Four, 3 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2. Maria Miller, 5, 1, 2, 2 deep, forward somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9.
Maria, listen.
Catherine Rosie Waldron.
Repeat the dive.
5, 1, 2, 2 deep, forward somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9.
Joe helping out the diver so she doesn't do the wrong dive.
I know.
Four and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5, 4, 4 and 1/2. Catherine Ayers, 403, inward 1.5 somersault tuck, 2.2. Rose Leah Close.
So your kids are pretty consistent with the dives that they're doing. Is it that they're summer league divers and so they have a set that they do really, really well because they've been doing them for a while?
Generally, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And then we've got that's why layering in the DD early in the season makes sense. But once the meets get going, it's hard to do a lot of new dives.
Yeah.
She just learned this one yesterday, actually.
Oh, that was very good for having learned it yesterday.
5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5. Rose Waldron, 5, 1, 2, 2 deep, forward 1 somersault, 1 full twist, free, 1.9. Leah Megan Condon.
So we're working on these, and I've coached some of these kids in the summer, but yeah, the reverse dives and the twisters
Second
just seem to
twister.
be we need to focus on for states.
Nice.
Nice twister. Speaking of which,
Yeah. Nice.
5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6, 5 and 1/2. Leah Close, 5, 1, 1, 1A, forward dive, half twist, straight, 1.8. Megan Allie Reba.
I'll take the 6.5, thanks. She did.
Might be the only person on the planet who does that well.
6, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 6. Megan Condon, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Allie Isabel Smith.
I sent her a video on Instagram of Greg Louganis doing the most amazing front FF twist I've ever seen, and I honestly think it's helped her a lot.
Nice. I'm gonna have to do the same.
5
Yeah.
and 1/2,
I have
6, 5 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Allie
Really
back
nice
to
dive,
1C,
just sat back
reverse
a little
dive
bit,
to
but nice dive.
1.6. Isabel Max Ashton. Four and a half, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 5, 4. Isabel Smith, 203C, back 1 and 1/2, somersault tuck, 2.0. Max Daniel Sackpin. Four, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4 and 1/2, 5, 4. Round 5 for the boys, Max Ashton, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Daniel Kenny.
Not bad.
Nice flat kick,
Yeah.
which is hard to do on a reverse when you're
4 and 1/2, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2. Daniel Sockpan, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Kenny, Win, Tom Waldron.
a really nice kick because it just doesn't come naturally, especially when you're a little younger. Maybe you haven't learned it,
Yeah.
that long ago.
The Max has really good form for, I think, a kind of more beginning diver.
Five, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4. Kenny Winton, 103, forward 1 and 1/2, somersault, tuck, 1.6.
Well, I wonder what they were saying.
John Witter. Four, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 3 and 1/2. Tom Waldron, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. John Brady Parrington.
Is this one of your guys?
Yep.
Okay.
Two, 2 and 1/2, 1 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 1 and 1/2, 1. John Witter, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Brady Gus Colehouse.
Going back to the hurdles, everything, right? Getting
Yeah.
that positioning in the end
It
of the board.
really is. Oh, that worked out well.
5, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5, 5, 4 and 1/2. Brady Parrington, 5-1-2-1D, forward somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7. Gus Jacob Oswald.
So John also has good form, I think, for a beginning male diver. Like he gets real tight through the water, which
And
I
he's
like.
younger too, right?
I think I'm. I thought that was a balk, but I welcome anyone else's thoughts because he took a step and then he went back. Yeah. All right. So we're going to go ahead and score it in your mind and go ahead and deduct on your score sheet what it would have been.
With
So,
the deduction.
with the deduction.
1 and 1 half. 1, 1 and 1 half. 3, 1, 2 and 1 half. 1 half. Gus Kohlhaus, 5, 1, 3, 2 D. Forward 1 and 1 half somersault. 1 twist. Free. 2.2. Jacob Kellen Cleves. Three, 2 and 1 half.
That hurdle was crazy.
3 and 1 half. 1. Jacob Oswald, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Kellen Connor Kerr. Four, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4.
So close.
Top 3
That's
seeds
all right.
for the boys, round 5. Kellen Clevis from O'Connell, 403C, inward 1 and 1 half somersault tuck, 2.2.
Who's tight?
4 and 1 half, 5 and 1 half, 4, 6, 4 and 1 half, 4 and 1 half, 4 and 1 half. Connor Kerr from Seton, 5, 3, 3, 1 D, reverse 1 and 1 half somersault, half twist, free, 2.2. Ray Denton, Lucy Herwick.
So that last one was clearly, I've seen Kellen do it so much worse that I probably
Yeah.
gave him a little benefit of the doubt. Beautiful dive.
Take that.
6 and 1 half, 6 and 1 half, 5 and 1 half, 7, 5 and 1 half, 5, 5 and 1 half. Ray Denton from O'Connell, 5, 2, 3, 1 D, back 1 and 1 half somersault, half twist, free, 2.1. Seven and 1 half, 7 and 1 half, 7 and 1 half, 6 and 1 half, 8. Round 6, Lucy Herwick, 5, 1, 2, 1 D, forward,
Yeah.
1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Emily Jane Judd. Three and 1 half, 3 and 1 half, 3 and 1 half, 3 and 1 half, 4, 4, 3 and 1 half. Emily Mills, 5, 1, 2, 1 D, forward 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Jane Lily Lepore. Five, 4,
And
5, or number
Sorry,
2
that was
judge,
supposed to be 4 and a half.
1 half.
Sorry.
Number 3 judge, 5, 4
holding
and
at a
1
weird
half,
angle.
4 and 1 half, 4, 5 and 1 half. Jane Judge, 5,
Had a
1,
weird
2
angle on
D,
that one.
forward, 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Lily Mary Catherine Herter.
Be aggressive.
Four and 1 half, 4 and 1 half, 3 and 1 half, 4 and 1 half, 3 and 1 half, 3 and 1 half. Lily Lepore, 5, 2, 3, 3 D, back 1 and 1 half somersault, 1 and 1 half twists, free, 2.5.
Oh.
Mary Catherine Hayden Hill.
Can you repeat the dive? Back 1.5, 1.5.
Back 1 1/2 somersault, 1 1/2 twists.
Someone wrote it wrong. That's back and a half, and 1.5 twists. That's not even a dive. I know. That's what I'm saying. It's not a dive.
You can dive it in from there.
Yeah, but it's. What does the sheet say?
I don't know what is. Can we check the written sheet?
Never done one of those.
Yeah. That's what's on the sheet. Yeah. I was just gonna. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry.
5233. I mean, that's
Do you want me to look and see what you submitted? It is a dive. Let me see. Wait, let me. Yeah, I'm just trying to see if you submitted it wrong and we. What's her name? Lily? No. Yeah. That was a clerical error on our end. But she signed that sheet. If the diver signed the sheet, then if she signed the sheet, then unfortunately, I apologize. The sheet says the wrong dive. I'm sorry.
No score. Mary Catherine Hurley, 103, forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Hayden Scarlett McDade.
I'm sorry.
Two, 1, 1, 1 1/2, 1, 2, 1. Hayden Hill, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Scarlett McDade. Anna Russo.
Well, the good news, better to learn that lesson at a meet here
Moral of the story, check your sheet before you sign it.
and listen to the dive being announced.
Yeah.
Five, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 5, 4 1/2, 5, 5 1/2. Scarlett McDade, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Anna Sophie Bordelais. Five, 4 1/2.
She was just
Four
doing
dive.
her out.
Just
5
out.
1/2, 5, 5, 4 1/2.
She's just got it. Yeah.
Anna Russo, 5111A, forward dive, half twist straight, 1.8. Sophie May McGuire.
I'm going to send her that Greg Louganis video.
Yeah.
4, 4, 4, 4 1, 3 1/2, 4 1/2, 3 1/2. Sophie Bordelais, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Maeve Elizabeth Francis.
Yeah. Max score is a 4.5, yeah.
3, 3 1/2, 3, 2 1/2, 2 1/2, 3 1/2. Maeve McGuire. Judge 7 was a 4. Mae McGuire, 103C, forward 1 1/2 somersault tuck, 1.6. Elizabeth Reagan serving. Five, 4 1/2, 3 1/2, 5, 4 1/2, 4, 4. Elizabeth Francis, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. Reagan Claire K.
Didn't she just say?
What?
I thought I heard him say reverse or inward one somersault.
No, reverse.
4 1/2, 4
Not the
1/2,
strongest takeoff.
4 1/2, 3, 4 1/2, 4 1/2. Reagan serving act 5-1-1-A, 5-1-1-1-A, forward dive, half twist, straight. 1, Claire Kelsa Budlow. Swimming coaches, we are adding 10 minutes to the timeline.
Little
Everything on the
over
swimming
twist.
schedule will start 10
Pretty
minutes
dive, though.
later than published.
She's
3 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4, 4. Claire K, 5-1-2-1-D, forward 1 somersault, half twist, free position, 1.7. Kelsa
So
Sarah Binsale. Swimmers, pipe down. Swimmers, pipe down.
this is actually not a dive we've been practicing because we've been working on full twists, so we'll see how this goes. Oh,
tough dive to stop that somersault, right?
One and 1/2, 3, 2, 3, 2. 1 and 1/2, 2.
oh.
Kelsa Budlow, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Sarah Sandra K.
She wanted to change that before the meet too, and mean coach didn't let her, so that one was on me.
4 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2, 4, 4, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. Sarah Binsale, 5-1-2-2-D, forward 1 somersault, 1 twist. 1 twist, free, 1.9. Sandra Maggie Leva.
There's another one for her where if she's aggressive to the end of the board with a strong hurdle, well, she's in great shape. If she gets a little careful, you know, anything could happen.
Yeah. Pretty good.
You know?
5, 5, 5, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2. Sandra K, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Maggie Levi, Cecilia Kelly.
She kind of falls into the twist a little bit, which we're working on.
Six, 5, 5, 5, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2, 5. Maggie Levi, 202C, back somersault tuck, 1.5. Cecilia Allison Duffield.
Yeah, so she's a freshman. Solid fundamentals, good summer diver. Just need to layer in some degree of difficulty.
Yeah.
And she's a rocker, so we'll see. Less rock than I expected.
That's good.
4, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.5. Cecilia Kelly, 5-1-2-1-D, forward 1 somersault, half twist, free, 1.7. Allison Tegan Rauschelbach.
She does very few of them, so it's one we have to layer in for states.
1/2, 4, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4, 4. Allison Dewfield, 5111B, forward dive, half twist, pike, 1.7. Tegan Mary Abella.
Oh, that was well over twisted. I was looking at both legs.
3 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 3, 3, 3 and 1/2, 3 and 1/2. Tegan Rashelbach, 401B, inward dive pike, 1.5. Mary Maria Miller.
Those twists can be so tricky to over or under twist on a lot of them.
And we had a dual meet against them last night, and she nailed the dive. Perfect line. No over twist. You get 6 on it instead of a 3.5.
4 and 1/2, 5, 5. 4 and 1/2, 5, 5. 4 and 1/2. Mary Abella, 402C, inward somersault tuck, 1.6. Maria Catherine Ayers.
Yeah.
Seton swimmers should have been in the hallway stretching 7 minutes ago.
That's a tricky one.
4, 4, 4, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. Maria Miller, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Catherine Rose Waldron.
Winning hand. That is a winning hand for sure. Yeah, I like the way she powers through when she needs to.
5, 5, 5,
Is it
5. 4.5, 5, 4.5. Catherine Ayers, 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free position, 1.9. Rose Leah Close.
Judges are giving each other a hard time for not.
It'd be fun to have a bingo all the same score, but not going to happen sometimes. Nice dive. Got to get the hurdle to the end of the board.
Yeah.
4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 5, 5, 3 and 1/2, 4. Rosie Waldron, 203C, back 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.0. Leah Close, Megan Condon.
This meet's a really good prep for states. We're going to see a lot of these same kids at the state meet.
Yep. Oh, beautiful.
Yay.
5, 5.5, 5.5, 5.5.
Oh, yes.
5.5, 5.5.
One off.
5.5.
Come on, Bob.
Megan Condon. Oh no, Leah Close, 202B, back somersault pike, 1.6.
I know.
Technically,
Allie Reback.
because we dropped the highs and the lows, that was a bingo.
Yeah. A lot of these would be bingos after we drop the highs and lows.
Only that one.
You know, despite the fact that we haven't had any bingos, I think we've had a generally very close panel all day long.
Absolutely.
It's been
Totally. Tough dive to stop. I think she always does a pretty
Yeah.
good job with that.
5.5, 5.5, 5.5, 5, 5.5, 5, 5.5. Megan Condon, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2. Allie Isabel Smith.
A weird way that the Holland has helped going, because you can kind of see it, right? She stretches too tall. That thing is going all.
3, 3, 3, 2, 2 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2, 2 and 1/2. Allie Reback, 5122D, forward, 1 somersault, 1 twist, free, 1.9. Isabel Max Ashton.
Ooh, that That was very pretty.
The timeline for the swim meet is moved back 10 minutes. Everything add 10 minutes. 6, 7, 7, 6 and 1/2, 6 and 1/2, 7 and 1/2, 6.
Yeah, beautiful dive. I love it.
Isabel Smith, 5,
Finishing
1, 2,
above
1
the
D,
boards
forward,
and
1
real
somersault,
square.
half twist free, 1.7. Max, Daniel Sockband.
This is one where we need to work on Twister. She's such a talented diver. She does a half twist, and it can be good, but it's the type of dive you want
That
to
was
do.
a little weird, wonky in the air with how she twisted.
She's trying to stall the somersault because typically she
5
goes
and a half,
over.
5, 3 and a half, 4 and a half, 3, 3 and a half, 3 and a half. Max Ashton, round 6 for the boys, 401C, inward dive tuck, 1.4. Daniel, Kenny Wynn.
Telling Ashley she needs to do something beyond a half twist, yes. I don't think she can really wrap.
Seton swimming, our warm-up starts at 1:10. 3, 3, 3.
Come on,
3,
come on.
2 and
come
a
on.
half, 3, 2 and a half. Daniel Sockband, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6.
Oh,
Kenny, Tom Waldron.
wow, you're mean.
Started really
3,
nice.
4, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 3 and a half, 2 and a half. Kenny Wynn, 301C, reverse dive tuck, 1.6. Tom, John Witter.
I like the beginning of that.
Yeah.
4, 4 and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2. Tom Waldron, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6. John Brady Perriton. Four and 1/2, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4, 4 and 1/2, 4. John Witter, 104C, forward double somersault tuck, 2.2. Brady, Gus Kohlhaus.
So now
So-
we've been working with John to keep his eyes on the end of the board. He likes to look up and he'll miss the end of the board altogether. Hey! I'm sorry. He's exhibition, but I like that kick out.
4 and a half, 4. Start again. 4, 6.
Giving him a
4 and a half, 4 and a half, 5, 5, 4 and a half.
I love
Brady
that kick.
Perriton,
That,
201A, back dive straight, 1.7. Gus Jacob Oswald.
He clearly kicked like he meant it.
yeah.
Kicked it hard and strong.
He's got really
Out a bit, and
Yeah.
but you've seen it differently, which is
Yeah.
why you liked it so much better,
Yeah.
right? It's
yeah,
improvement's good.
exactly. And he's got really good aerial awareness. That's a hard dive to stop on a dime.
Big time.
3 and 1/2, 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 and 3 and 1/2.
Yay!
Took them 235 dives, but they got it. Gus Kohlhaus, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 6. Jake Kalibas.
Judge fun. I mean, that guy is about 20 feet in the air.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, dive that thing in.
He's had 3 practices this season. He just came back from an injury.
4 and a half, 5, 4 and a half.
You're like
Jacob Oswald, 302C, reverse somersault tuck, 1.6.
All day.
Kellen Connor
Beautiful
Carey.
top. Beautiful beginning for that.
Yeah. Yep, arms up.
You weren't too close. It was probably closer than you're used to, but it wasn't.
No,
too
no,
close.
no. He's usually right back on the board. That was actually a good distance.
Oh, good, yeah.
2, 3. And the final 3 divers of the competition, the top seeds for the boys. Kellen Cleves O'Connell, 5-2-3-1 D, back and 1/2 somersault, half twist free.
Yeah, no, that's
2.1.
That's right where I wanted to
Connor
be. That would have been a great start for
Raven.
reverse double.
No, he's usually pretty good. He's got to get the arms moving.
It's just where his feet staggered. Or am I just seeing it at a weird angle? Ooh.
Good. Nice dive.
6, 5, 5 and 1/2, 6, 6, 5 and 1/2, 5 and 1/2. Connor Kerr from Seton, 403C, inward 1 and 1/2 somersault tuck, 2.2.
I didn't notice that, but to me it looked like he was about to clip his heel, like he was coming by the board
He definitely,
right at the wrong
he was a
time.
little quick off the board that time, but he has a tendency to look like he's crimped, even though he's strong and flexible and can totally touch his toes without crimping his knees.
Yeah, I have the same issue with Rose. Getting her to keep those legs straight. Even she's very flexible. She can do it.
I liked it.
6.5, 5.5, 6, 7, 5, 7. And the final diver of the competition from O'Connell, Ray Denton, will do a 403B, inward 1 and 1/2 somersault pike position.
Yeah,
2.4.
moving his feet.
Yeah, the crow hop was a little unnerving.
Yes. Yes. I will make a note to him that someone else noticed this as well. Yeah, so it doesn't scare me because he's always way back, so I don't
Yeah.
ever have to worry about him on inwards.
Seven, 8, 7.5, 7.5, 8.5. Congratulations to the divers and the judges.
I mean, thank God you guys
Swimming
got
All
it
right,
right.
nice
At
job.
1:10, everything on the swimming schedule.
I mean,
is
thank God
10
I got it
minutes
right.
Later than published.
Nice job, guys.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
divers.
nice job. Thank you so much.
I have scores. And I have scores for the top 12. This is a championship meet. We're scoring the top 12 places for the girls. 12th place, Tegan Raschelbach, John Paul. Megan Condon in 11th. Seton. Maria Miller, Seton. In 9th, Mariabella Oakcrest. In 8th, Maggie Levi O'Connell. In 7th, Sophie Bordelais, Oakcrest. 6th, Scarlett McDade from O'Connell, 157.1. 5th, Rosie Waldron, Seton School, 163.9. 4th, Leah Close from O'Connell, 169.35. 3rd, bronze medal, Catherine Ayers from O'Connell, 171.55. The silver medal, Isabel Smith from O'Connell, 177.40, and only 0.4 points ahead of Isabel from Paul VI, Allie Reback. On the boys' side, in 11th, Max Ashton from Seton. 10th, Kenny Wynn from Seton. 9th, Brady Perriton from PVI. 8th, Tom Waldron from Seton. 7th, Daniel Sackband from Seton. Only the top 4 are actually score. 6th, John Witter, exhibition. is sixth. Fifth, Jacob Oswald from Seton. Fourth, Gus Colehouse from Seton. Third, with the bronze medal from O'Connell, 185.90, Kellen Kalibis. 2, silver medal, Connor Kerr, Seton, 227.6, and the winner with a score of 251.65 from O'Connell, Ray Denton, the National Catholic High School champion.
All right, all swimmers, all coaches, all officials, please note the timeline is pushed back 10 minutes, so warm-ups will be pushed back 10 minutes from the original published time. Officials meeting, timers meetings will be 10 minutes later than the published time, so please keep an ear out for the announcements of the times for the officials meetings, the warm-ups, and we appreciate your patience as we witness some wonderful dives.